Miliband slapped down as Tories declare blue pa.ssport move that takes back control. Following the announcement of the sovereignty symbol last week, the former Labour leader blasted it as absurd and parochial. The former Labour leader tweeted, "Nope. It is an expression of how mendacious, we can have a different color now, absurd and parochial we look to the world. Worst of all, you don't even believe this nonsense." Labour MP David Lammy echoed the comments of the former lefty boss as he declared Brexit was turning us into a laughingstock. He added, "But don't worry, when we're all stood in the airport for 4 hours we can stand in the queue and look at just how blue the passports are." The two were skewered by Nadine Dorries, Tory MP for Mid Bedfordshire, who declared the criticism as a move from Remainers to hold the electorate. She stated, "What this reaction demonstrates is the contempt with which many of the Remain establishment hold the electorate, voters who decided by a clear majority to leave the EU. Sadly, some people seem to think it's shameful and wrong to be proud of our country. The people voted to take back control, so why should we not take back control of our passports and return to the traditional navy blue?" Conservative Andrew Percy continued the bashing by stating that anti-Brexit smugness was to blame for the criticism launched at the blue passport. He declared, "This is yet another example of the smugness of some Remainers who can't accept that many people outside their privileged metropolitan comfort zone actually care about the symbols that represent us overseas." After only being announced days ago, the blue passport has faced a slew negativity, with a key foreign policy advisor to Margaret Thatcher dismissing the rejoicing of the color change as mere nostalgia. Charles Powell, who served as private secretary to Thatcher from 1983 to 1990, said the clamor for the old-style travel document was part of the nostalgia on which the predominantly elderly Brexit constituency thrives. Lord Powell also confirmed that it was Mrs. Thatcher's government who chose to drop the old blue passport in the 1980s. After a decidedly rocky year for the Prime Minister Theresa May, she had hoped to end it on a positive note by announcing the return of the navy passports once Brexit was complete and saying it was an expression of independence and sovereignty. Lord Powell said, "So long as they are content with symbols, rather than substance, I see no harm in letting them have their way." Thatcher's former advisor added, "If we get their agreement to full alignment with the single market in return, it's a good deal." The UK will receive its new passport when it leaves the EU on March 29, 2019.